So, to continue my fictitious diseases and viruses, I have had many requests for the Simian flu, so that is what we're talking about today. Formerly known as ALZ-112 or ALZ-113, was an artificially created retrovirus designed to cure Alzheimer's disease. This was of course the brainchild of Dr. Will Rodman and the GenSys laboratories. As mentioned, ALZ-112 was designed to cure Alzheimer's, and it was developed over the course of 5.5 years by the geneticist Dr. Will Rodman at the GenSys laboratories. Among the chimp test subjects were Bright Eyes, Laurelie, Chambers, Burke, and Verdon. A military-sanctioned variant of the drug was administered to Burke and Verdon, the latter of whom was later shot attempting to escape. Bright Eyes, however, displayed the desired results and was to be exhibited during a board meeting, but unfortunately was killed by security guards after she became aggressive in defense of her newborn infant, Caesar. The funding for the project was cut as a result of this, but Will adopted Caesar, who inherited his mother's increased intelligence. Will secretly stole samples of the 112 virus to administer to his father, Charles, who was himself an Alzheimer's sufferer. Although Charles's condition initially improved, his body gradually developed antibodies against the virus, and he regressed to his former condition 5 years later. Desperate to create a stronger strain that would not be affected by antibodies, Will reported his unauthorized experiments to GenSys head Stephen Jacobs, who of course was impressed enough by Will's testimony to authorize the creation of ALZ-113. Unfortunately, this decision carried the weight of the world on his shoulders and he didn't quite realize it. ALZ-113 would essentially be the downfall of the entire human race. During the first trial, the virus was accidentally released onto chimpanzee handler Robert Franklin, after the test subject Koba briefly broke out of his restraints and breached one of the viral containers and kicked off Franklin's breathing mask. Although Koba displayed the same increased intelligence possessed by apes subjected to the previous 112 variant, the new virus proved fatal to Franklin. Rodman would become aware of Franklin's death and attempted to halt the tests, but was rebuffed by Jacobs. Unknown to Rodman though, Franklin had accidentally sneezed on the airline pilot Douglas Hunsaker before dying, thus beginning a wave of infections that would later result in a global pandemic. Will had intended to treat his father with the new ALZ-113 formula, but stopped at the very last moment. This presumably could have created a second outbreak of the virus among humans. Caesar, who in the meantime had been detained in the San Bruno primate shelter, managed to escape his captivity and steal several canisters containing the virus from Will's house, which he used to increase the intelligence of his cellmates, and he and his followers later escaped the shelter, precipitating the Monkeygate scandal. The symptoms of ALZ-112 greatly increases the intelligence of non-human primates and can be inherited by the offspring of infected apes. However, the only physical notable symptom is the adoption of a green tint in the infected ape's irises. In contrast, the ALZ-113 is lethal to humans. It is unknown how apes truly resist the effects of the 113, but they were known beforehand to possess amazingly strong immune systems compared to humans. Both Malachi Humans and Natalia Kosar noted similarities between the way Simian flu affected humans and Ebola, as both are highly contagious and have hemorrhagic fever as a primary symptom. As mentioned by Ellie, a survivor of the Simian flu, humans that were not killed by the virus were genetically immune to the flu, or else they would have died long ago, so there would be no danger of the pandemic returning. However, that doesn't stand true because the Simian flu mutated and evolved. It evolved in ways humans could not quite anticipate. You would lose the ability to speak as a big symptom of it, which could push humanity's evolution back to the Stone Age. Even people who are immune, resistant to the virus, still have a chance to become infected, but there is no direct evidence given to prove this. And in non-fictitious terms, 112 was in fact the runtime in minutes of the original Planet of the Apes movie, which gives the reason as to why it was called ALZ-112. Two earlier versions of the script used the name RT-112, which the producers felt was ludicrous, and ADV-112, shorthand for adenovirus. The simian flu itself in the reboot of the Planet of the Apes movies is comparable to the space virus from Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, where every household dog and cat were wiped out, leading to the human desire for pets, which led to them taking apes as pets, then as slaves before mankind was all but wiped out by an ape revolution. As I've been making these videos on the fictitious diseases and viruses, I find some of the most compelling to be the ones in which humans have ultimately tried to cure themselves of one of their ailments. One was cancer, and now Alzheimer's. It's amazing what science can truly do, and when we work within the realms of fiction, adding that flair of reality really grounds it. This especially considering Alzheimer's is such a prevalent issue in today's day and age. So what did you guys think of the simian flu? And, of course, what did you think of the quite controversial, sort of, Planet of the Apes movies? A lot of people like them, a lot of people dislike them. I, on the other hand, stand firmly on the side of I like them, but they are somewhat forgettable. And if you truly try to think of what happens in each and every single movie, they do tend to blur into one, a little bit like the Bourne films. But that out of the way, please do leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and check out the other content I have on offer. If I sound a little bit worse for wear, I am, and I apologise. I'm making this video whilst quite sick. I'm sure a lot of people probably haven't even made it to the end. Really know why I'm saying this, but yes, I am quite sick, hence I probably don't sound my usual self. Apologies. As always though, I have been Mr. H, and until next time, I will catch you in the comment section.